UK politics is very polarised right now. So it's not exactly a surprise after 15 years of lacklustre economic growth, failing public services and declining living standards. Labour and the Conservatives have both dominated UK politics since the 1920s, but are now both on the brink of total wipeout in 2029. Already in the last election, we saw voters punish the Conservative Party for 14 years of economic failure and political scandal. And now it looks like Labour are following in their footsteps. Starmer has achieved almost nothing in his first year, apart from uniting the left and the right in equally hating him. So it seems people are sick of the old neoliberal, centrist politics that we've had for the past 50 years and want something different. Unfortunately, the only alternative the media are pushing right now is Nigel Farage and his Reform Party, who are currently topping all of the UK political polling. Reform offer little apart from the same old right-wing populist rhetoric, one that scapegoats migrants, immigrants, people on benefits, or any minority that fits their narrative. Now, if you haven't seen your living standards improve since 2008, I can understand why these arguments seem pretty convincing. It's a lot easier to entice people who are disillusioned with the status quo with a message of hate and division than one that questions the economic and social structures that have existed for centuries. So there's a lot of danger in this new polarised landscape, but there is a silver lining. With the collapse of the centre, there's never been a clearer opportunity for a radical left-wing party to mobilise and take the fight to reform. One that focuses on the real issues that are impacting people's lives. We're talking economic inequality, wealth hoarding and mass privatisation. So luckily for us, we have seen over the last few weeks two options emerge to fill that space on the left. First up, we have Your Party, built by Jeremy Corbyn and Zara Sultana, who are two of the most prolific and credible figures on the left today. They have both been ostracised from the Labour Party for their strong socialist politics, so their new party is an obvious rallying point for a new left-wing movement. But on the flip side, strong enthusiasm and credibility on the left does not always translate to strong electoral appeal. Corbyn lost two general elections as Labour leader, and while during his time he did inspire many, and notably in 2017 got 40% of the vote share, which is more than Keir Starmer got in last year's election, this did not materialise into electoral seats. And Zara Sultana has rightly made a name for herself as an outspoken and bold politician, which has won her many admirers on the left. I think questions do remain about her wider appeal. Will her bold politics inspire voters, or does she risk coming across too volatile or hardline? We're seeing some of these character issues play out before the party has even launched. Zara Sultana and Jeremy Corbyn have come to blows and had very public spats. This infighting that has already occurred has raised questions on the left to whether these two are the best leaders for a left-wing movement and will be able to take the fight to reform effectively in 2029. Secondly, we have the Green Party, now under the leadership of Zach Polansky. The Greens have historically been seen as a one-issue party, one mainly appealing to eco-conscious middle-class voters. That reputation has led for a lot of left-wing groups to be sceptical of the Green Party and question whether they can truly speak for working-class people. Zach Polansky also comes with some baggage. Firstly, he was a Lib Dem before he joined the Green Party. He also publicly condemned Jeremy Corbyn as Labour leader during the anti-Semitism witch hunt that Jeremy Corbyn endured. While Zach has since apologised and retracted those comments, many on the left might still see that as a red flag. So I think it's fair to say that Zach and the Green Party don't carry as much socialist credibility compared to Zara Sultana and Jeremy Corbyn and their new party. And I think people are right to be cautious. But I do believe that people can change and parties can evolve. I think it is also worth noting that Zach Polansky was raised in a very Zionist household. And he talks about how rejecting them beliefs has led to him receiving intense criticism from Zionist media organisations and communities. I think whatever the situation, being able to reject beliefs that were very normal to you as a child and many people in your community still have shows a level of bravery and moral conscience. After seeing Zach speak at Marxism Festival, I did find him to be quite genuine and captivating with his messaging. Polansky is actively trying to change the image of the Green Party and move them away from being seen as a one-issue party. He is now contextualising environmental issues within a wider class struggle, and he has been very outspoken on issues such as economic inequality, housing insufficiency, workers' rights, and job security. Both parties are expected to stand on near enough identical policies. So we can only really differentiate them on credibility, party structure, and ability to cut through to the wider general electorate. So what's my take? Firstly, I think it's great to see genuine socialist parties become mainstream in UK politics. One thing I am worried about is the left-wing vote being split in the next election, which I think would ensure a Reform Party victory and make Nigel Farage our next Prime Minister. In an ideal world, I would like to see these two parties merge, which would guarantee strong representation in Parliament on the left. However, I think this might be unlikely. So at the very least, I would like to see a strong electoral strategy collaboration agreement between the two parties to avoid left-wing vote splitting wherever we can. I personally think Zach Palensky may be the best bet for the left in 2029. While I do believe Corbyn and Sultana have more credibility in their little finger than most of the MPs in Parliament put together, I do have doubts about their broader electoral appeal. I think Palensky has very strong communication skills and may have a better chance at appealing to more voters across the political spectrum. While I think it's important to vote for whoever you believe in most, I do think the left need to be pragmatic. Make no mistake, we are at risk of total fascism. What Trump is doing in America, Farage will do here. I'm interested to see how all of this unfolds and takes shape, but most of all, I'm excited by the newfound energy and enthusiasm for a real left-wing movement in UK politics today.